Hachimura will throw it down. Konnichiwa. Hachimura going to the hoop, fading away. Nothing but net. It blocked by Westbrook. Look at this one. Neal again to the reverse. Creates the turnover for the corner. 360.
Hello, everyone. Welcome in, DC family, to All Access, a virtual autograph session and Q&A. I'm your host, Britt Waters, host of the Washington Wizards, and tonight's going to be so much fun. We get to hang out and have conversations with the one and only. Let's welcome him in right now. The 6-foot guard from Wake Forest, number 14, Ish Smith.
You know what? I had not played in so many games. I had not heard that in so long, Britt. I appreciate that.
I feel like it's game day now that I did your intro.
I know it does. It feels like game day. Now, how you doing?
I'm good. I mean, it's such a beautiful day in the district today. Cherry blossoms are out. How are you feeling? How's Florida?
Florida's nice. Florida's really, really nice. We took the bus drive from Tampa to Orlando after a tough loss last night. But that's all right. We got to bounce back. But it's really, really nice. I think I'm going to take a walk in a few.
Yeah, definitely. And you balled out last night. You talked about missing so much, but I still looked forward to seeing you every game because of the swag that you brought. Even from the sidelines, you always got dressed. Is that a lot of pressure?
You know what, Britt? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like dressing up. I'll throw on a sweatsuit in a heartbeat. But you know what I had to do, Britt? I had this whole logic. I had to switch it up because I didn't want to get fined. So I threw on a sweatsuit one day, and then I would throw on nice clothes for like 3 days, and then a sweatsuit for another day. There was some logic to the madness. But I appreciate that. I really do appreciate it. But I had to make sure I didn't get fined.
That's a good balance between cozy and drip.
Exactly.
Well,
that's exactly what I was trying to do. But I don't know if it worked out well, but I appreciate you being so complimentary.
Thank you so much. And thank you to DC Lottery, where lots of people win, for making tonight happen. Let's get into some of these questions. I'm sure everyone's curious about everything with you. DC Lottery is all about the district. What's your favorite part of DC?
My favorite part of DC, that's a great question. You know what? I think it's kind of cool. Well, first and foremost, let me tell you this. You're going to laugh at me, but I tried mumbo sauce for the first time. Like, I want to say like a month ago. Hold on, don't listen, don't judge me. And ever since then, that's all I've been eating is like mumbo sauce. So that obviously is an important part. But I think it's just kind of cool how the district has, how you can hit all three. You know, the district, you can hit Virginia, you can hit Maryland in freaking 10 minutes. Anytime I'm driving to the game from Virginia, that's why I stay. Just the monuments, the views, everything that when you were little, you know, you would read about, and now you're experiencing as an older man. And so it's pretty cool. And my family comes down, they love it. So the district has welcomed me in, and I've enjoyed it.
You put chicken wings and vegetables in your mumbo sauce and the fries?
You know, I ain't tried the vegetables yet, but I'm going to try it, though.
You should try it. You should definitely try it. We got a fan question coming in from.
I didn't even know about
it. We got a fan question coming in from Riley. She says, "What is on your pregame playlist?"
Oh, pregame playlist. So it just depends on my mood. Sometimes it's R&B. It's funny. Sometimes it's gospel. Sometimes I listen to some Lil Wayne. So last night I was listening to the Drought 3 mixtape. Lil Wayne, I used to listen to him in college all the time. So Lil Wayne's on the playlist right now.
I will have to share all of this with DJ Heat. He always loves seeing y'all dance and rock out on the court.
Yeah, we listen. It's funny because I hear it, but when you locked in, like before the game, you dancing, but then during the game, you really don't, So I gotta start paying attention a little bit more.
Yeah, you're probably just in the zone, moving around. But we want to get you in your zone, signing some autographs for all the people that are here watching you.
Let's get it. Let me get some blood on my finger.
Fan question from Evan wants to know, what is your favorite team to play against?
Ooh, that's a good question. Favorite team to play against? That's a great question. I'll probably say now that my friend Al-Farouq Aminu just got traded to the Bulls from Orlando. Obviously playing against the Bulls, playing against James Johnson, he's now in New Orleans, and then playing against Jeff Teague, he's now with the Bucks. All three of those guys I played with in college. So anytime I get to see them and compete against them, it's fun. So it's not one specific team, but those three teams, because we have such a close bond and played with each other in college, I look forward to seeing them and playing against them.
That's fun. It's like reminiscing. Is it like friendly competition?
It is. You know what's funny? It is. I try to oh, that's not right now. Is that going? Just put the 14. Nah, it is. It is it's a really like friendly competition. We had our competitive battles in practice, and so it just feels like we're back at Wake Forest competing against each other.
Good old days. Fan question from Ruth. Is there a pickiest eater on the team? Or is it you?
Pickiest eater on the team? That's a good question. You know what? I might have to say Rui, because I remember before we went to the bubble, he flew back home, not home. He flew back to look at Rui. He flew back to California because they didn't have the specific food that he liked here, like in DC. So he went back and he was there until we had to leave for the bubble. So I might have to say Rui because of that story.
That is dedication to get the food that you want.
Listen, Britt, you ain't never lied.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you're making me hungry.
Yeah, I know, right? I said mumbo sauce, and then we talking about Rui and his specific food he like. I know, right?
We got a big question from Tyler. Who is your all-time favorite Wizards player?
Oh, all-time favorite Wizards player. So let me ask you a question, Britt. Does Michael Jordan count?
If you want him to count, he can count.
Nah, Britt, keep it.
I feel like maybe the memories might be from a different era, but it's your world, Ish.
That's what I'm saying. I John, what he did here, John Wall was huge. What he did for the city. He's a friend of mine, and so it was always fun to watch him play. Always competing against him. Gilbert was always fun to watch. So many. Caron Butler, Antoine Jameson, like they had so many. Rod Strickland, like it's a lot of guys that I used to love watching them play. And I know that was from the Bullets area. Chris Webber, DeJuan, those guys, they were really competitive in that Jordan era. And then, but John, I might have to go with John because John did a lot for the city. He left his mark here, and it was always fun coming to DC playing against him.
That's so cool. I'm so glad we're having this conversation. Shout outs to DC Lottery, where lots of people win because it's important right now. A fan question came in asking, do you have any military or first responders in your family? And explain what they mean to you right now.
So my dad, my uncle, he was in the military. My dad, he did it for a little bit, then chickened out. He did. I would just be honest with you. But what they do, far as the first responders and the military, the reason we have the freedom that we do have, we can maneuver and move around as a protection that they cover over our country. The Lord has truly, truly blessed us and put those guys and women in position to, to protect us. And the first responders, you can't say enough of what they've done during this time. My sister has friends that was on the front line, responding when it first hit. And they're constantly in our prayers. I'm thankful that, it's getting better every day. But just them being on the front lines and doing what they were doing every single day, putting their lives on the line, then coming home probably to children and to families, it was truly, truly a blessing what they've done for our whole country. And we can't say enough what they've done and what they continue to do.
Yeah, military night is right around the corner, and I know that they appreciate you as well, just shouting them out. And of course, it's being an entertainment factor. Sports really is therapeutic during this time. Like when there's no basketball for a while, I was like, what am I gonna do with myself? Like I just really wanted to be a fan again.
Yeah, Britt. And it's crazy though, because we get all the shout outs and, oh man, you guys are good and great. To me, we do something we love to do. But the military, they the reason why we're able to do what we can do is and not move in a sense of fear or different things like that is because we do have a great military system that covers and protects us, and we just go out there and do the easy part while they're doing the hard part. So we don't save lives every day, and we don't take bullets for people that we don't know. They do that on a basis, and it's a true meaning to when you sacrifice your life for a brother, and they do it every day.
Yes, very powerful. We have a fan question coming from George, who seems to follow you through all of your career, several teams. What attracted you to the Wizards specifically?
George, I appreciate it because it was a journey. But Washington, it was close to home. Anytime you can play with a guy like Brad, Russ, DB, the guys that we have on our team, Rui, the list goes on, Garrison, I don't want to leave anybody out, all those guys, and be close to home. Coach Brooks, he gives you a freedom and allow you to kind of play. And I'm a kid who, one thing about me, I enjoy playing the game, and I hope that everybody watching me play sees that. Anytime you get that opportunity, you get a coach that allow you to do that, and then you got great fans. Last year, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I really miss y'all as fans because y'all brought an energy. We didn't win a lot of games and we didn't play a lot of defense, but offensively we was fun to watch, and y'all brought that energy last year. And so you guys are truly, truly, truly missed. But the fans is what make things, makes these organizations and the people in the organizations. The owners stay the same, but the fans and the people in the organization are really what makes an organization great. And that's what made me draw to Washington.
Yes, we have some of the best fans in the league. And when I tell you, when it's regular game day and I'm walking around the arena, they always put us like, please tell them this. We love it so much. I'm like, there's a game going on right now. But it's really genuine love that they have for each and every one of you guys.
They really do. I remember being at a freaking movie theater with my fiance. I was chilling, and this guy was like, "Hey, Ish." I looked. I was looking like had a full-blown conversation on what I need to do better and everything. But for me, it's constructive criticism. I wasn't mad at him. It was just an appreciative to let me know how much, how big of fans they are and how much they want us to win.
And because of the diversity on our team, you guys have fans worldwide, not just Japan, Brazil, Latvia. Y'all are a big deal.
Yeah, it's crazy though. We really are, and it's funny because when I look on my IG, you see so many. Like you get the Japanese markets, you get the Latvia market, you get all these people. Like I'm like, who are these people? But I'm still like honestly, I look at each and every one of them, and I'm like, because they are fans, and like I said, you really don't know how good something is until it's gone. And I think we realized that with the fans not being here, and slowly but surely they're trickling back in. And we truly have taken the fans for granted, and just the energy, just the trash talk, and when you're on the road, and vice versa. Issue suck, man. Okay, I appreciate you. All of it.
Oh yeah. DC fans are super honest, and I'm so thankful to DC Lottery, where lots of people win, for giving us a night like this so we can chop it up with the fans.
Yeah, no, I'm enjoying this.
Fan question from Taylor. When did you know you wanted to go to the NBA-ish?
So I was a kid. I think I realized I really loved the game. I think my dad really enjoyed it and loved it as well. So he just pumped it in our whole family. We're a basketball family. From my, two sisters, my younger brother, my mom, all of us. My mom still calls me now. My dad calls me now. Talking to me about the game or whatnot. My dad, he instilled it to me when I was young, and from there, I enjoyed it. So I would probably say around. My mom and dad says around 2 or 3 years old. I don't even remember that young, but I'll probably say 2 or 3 years old. I was drawn to the game, watched Michael Jordan, Isaiah Thomas, some of the greats play, and I just never looked away.
And your dreams came full circle and true.
Yeah, it's been truly a blessing. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I know the Lord has me here for a real reason, so I know for a fact that I have to act out whatever He needs me to do, and so. You get caught up in it and you want to play well or do these different things, but at the end of the day, you're here for a specific reason. So it did come out and came to be true, but I know it's bigger. It's bigger than me.
For sure. Fan question from Russell. Wants to know, how hard is it to come off the bench and maintain or generate momentum that the starters had?
Oh, I enjoy it. That was something that I've honestly – quick story, see if I can get through it quick. I learned this from when I first came in the league, trying to find your way. And so I remember playing against J.J. Barea. Shout out to J.J. Barea because I remember coming in a preseason game. Never heard of J.J. Barea, and he kicked my tail. And it's funny because when I came into the game, Britt, I'm thinking like, okay, we're playing against Jason Kidd, Jason Terry. I'm seeing all these guys. And I'm not even paying attention to JJ. No offense to JJ, like I just wasn't. And JJ came in with this like push and this thrust that it was like he changed the whole game, kicked my tail, and they ended up winning. It was a preseason game, but I remember, I had a coach that say you don't, criticize success, you analyze it. And so I remember looking at that and thinking to myself like, man, he changed that whole game around. Let me see if I can do that. And so that's who I am. When I come in, I try to change the pace, change the flow of the game, make a difference. And so for me, it hasn't been hard. It's actually fun to see guys like when you come in the game, I'm like, yeah, you got to get back. Here comes Ish. Here comes Ish. They're pushing it. It's going to be a different pace because you don't want to be somebody that comes in and they're like, man, just maintain it. No, your job is to come in and take the lead up to another level so the starters can rest and be comfortable in that rest. So it's something that I learned. That was like my rookie year, from JJ, and hopefully I try to generate some momentum coming off the bench that helps our team win.
That's a big responsibility.
It is, but it's fun though. We all got jobs. We all got to do our jobs, and so if we don't do our job well, then I'm sure y'all gonna be sitting there booing, and that's okay. You're supposed to. If you're a fan and we're not doing what we're supposed to do, boo away. We got every right and every reason to deserve it if we're not playing well.
We got a fan question from Brittany. She asked, what's your favorite thing about playing on the Wizards?
Favorite thing about playing on the Wizards is the fans, easily. Like I said, I don't want to be the, be the dead horse. I know that's not a good thing to say, but I hate to, repeat the same thing over and over again. But I just think the energy and the atmosphere that, the fans brought last year was so much fun. It was like each game was packed. It was cool. And it was something that honestly, when we used to come and I was in Detroit, like the fans were, solid, but it was just another level last year playing there. And I'm sure we brought a level of excitement to help that. But I think, just the fans and you guys, the energy that you guys bring and brought last year, is truly, truly missed right now. And so hopefully we can get y'all back in there.
Yes, DC family is strong. Here's an interesting fan question from Mikey. What's your favorite animal?
Oh, that's a good question. So, favorite animal, I would probably say, you're going to laugh at me. So, I got 3.
Okay.
So, I got a koala bear. Don't ask me why. So, a koala bear is because when I was younger, we had this little teddy bear. He's a koala bear. I don't know. I thought a koala bear was cute, so I enjoyed the koala bear, and that was like something I like. An elephant because he remembers everything. His memory is like second to none. And then a lion, obviously, is the king of the jungle.
I'm sorry that I don't think you can have any of those as pets in the house. That would be really difficult.
Nah, you can't. You know what? It's crazy though, bro. We've had like 4 or 5 dogs in our family, like my mom and my dad, and we've had dogs. We're just always so busy, and maybe one of these days I get kids, like obviously get dogs, but I'm always on the move. Sometimes I feel like they're like an extension of you. So if you don't have the time, it's just like a child. You don't want to leave your child out or be like, man, take care of my child while I'm going on the road. So I like dogs, but I don't have the time and sometimes the energy. So but yeah, those 3 animals. I might try to get a zoo then.
Yeah.
Those animals.
Ish Smith takes over the DC Zoo. I see it happening.
I know, right? I'd be like the next what? Who did it? Mike Tyson had some tigers.
A few. Dangerous.
Yeah. Mike is a different animal.
He's my favorite animal.
Yeah, I know, right? Exactly. He bites and all that, don't he?
Yeah. A question from Patrick. What's your favorite location in Washington, D.C.?
Favorite location, DC? That's a great question. I'd probably say the Monument. I like the Monument. I just like just driving up and you see it. It's usually when I come off the highway, like it's right there. And sometimes you forget it's there because you're heading to work. And then sometimes you soak it all in. Like the other day, the weather was really, really nice driving to the game. I had the sunroof back and I'm just looking like, yo, let me soak all this. This is nice. Yeah. This is really, really nice. And the Monument just stands so tall. So that's the only thing you see. The first thing that you see when you're flying in. If you are far away, you're in the DC area and you're far away, you can see it. So the Monument to me is probably the one thing that I look at and like.
That's where you got to take all the visitors. That's what everyone always asks me right off the bat. When do we go to the Monument?
Exactly. Everybody wants to go to the Monument. My little niece, she went to, it's funny, she wants to go to Howard. She's like 13 now. She was talking about wanting to go to Howard. She wanted to take a tour of Howard. So, DC has so much to offer, and that's what makes this, the district so special.
All right. A few autographs left to sign. Let's get a few more questions in. Personally, I love seeing you guys be just a family and being like best friends when you're with the rest of your teammates. But Isaiah asked, what was your most memorable basketball moment from Wake Forest? So let's go back a little bit.
That's a great question, Isaiah. It was when it's a lot of memories, a lot of moments. I think to piggyback on you, Britt, like the family kind of, feeling was, I remember we was in the NCAA tournament. We was playing against Texas. And I hit a game-winning shot in the first round of the tournament. And the game-winning shot was great. Yeah, that was good. But it was like a picture that I have in my phone that is like me jumping and all of us are like just kind of hugging after the game-winning shot. And to me, that's like what this is all about. Like we go out there and we're trying to win as many games as we can, trying to compete, trying to take care of our family, doing all those things, and we're doing things that's bigger than us, taking care of our community and stuff like that. But the thing that never leaves is the memories and the camaraderie that you build amongst each other. And that was something that kind of exemplifies like what it's all about, what my college experience was. And so it was a game-winning shot against Texas, and it was probably the picture of us all kind of hugging and kind of after the game-winning shot that kind of sticks out to me. And that was like the last one we had because we played against John Wall and them, Kentucky the next game, and they beat us by like 30. So yeah, it was so yeah, that was my last like good college memory.
Wow. Do you still do a March Madness bracket, or do you just always have your school going all the way?
Well, guess what, Britt? My school ain't been there since 2000. So listen, with 2000, 15. John Collins was on that team, and we were the first 4 in and lost. We was 11 seed and was the first 4 in and lost. But yeah, no, I can't cheer. Our girls got in there this year. I was hyped about that. But I haven't done a bracket since like 2011, 2012. And we used to do pools when I first came in. It's funny, the more and more years you get outside of college, the more and more like it's like you don't want to go to campus anymore. It's kind of like a afterthought. Yeah. So I haven't done a bracket, but I did call Baylor. I told Rui, from when I watched Baylor play, I said, Rui, I love you guys. It's nothing against you. Baylor's just a better team. And he was like, I know, but listen, I still think we're going to win it. I said, okay.
Oh, yeah. He was real confident in his alma mater on Twitter. I was like, oh, okay, Rui.
Yeah, Britt, he better delete them tweets.
I'm just as bad. I like make a bracket and have Maryland going all the way, just knowing that it's probably not going to.
Are you a Maryland grad?
Yes.
Hold on. When'd you graduate?
Went to school the same time as Alex Len.
Oh yeah. So you were so I came in 2000. Yeah. So this bothers me about what y'all did. Y'all went to the Big Ten. That bothers me because I was there. I almost went to Maryland. Funny story. I almost went to Maryland.
Wow.
Yeah, I almost went to Maryland. So James Giss, all those guys were like my. I was on an unofficial visit, and that's when they were in the ACC, and that's when we used to come up to the Comcast Center, what they used to be called the Comcast Center, and play Grievous, Eric Hayes, all those boys, Landon Milmore. Yeah, whip up on them boys. Then all of a sudden, a couple years later, all of a sudden y'all in the Big Ten. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, Under Armour. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Y'all used to be a Nike school, legit. Like, so, but nah, I used to enjoy coming up to Maryland. It's funny, they used to call, like, so y'all used to do this little. I don't know what y'all was doing in the hotel. Y'all would call at like 3 a.m. try to keep you up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
3 a.m.
Guilty.
Try to keep you up. And so we used to leave the phone off the hangers. But the problem was you had to get a wake-up call the next morning from your coaches. So if you left it off the hook, like then the coaches would have to come bang on the door and like stuff like that. So y'all had a good little method.
We did. I was half ACC, half Big Ten, and probably guilty of all those little games. So my apologies.
No worries. We won anyway, so no big deal. Actually, we lost one time in the Comcast Center. We lost once in the Comcast Center, won one time. So, and y'all fans are brutal.
Brutal. Oh, I can talk Maryland all night. But we have another fan question from Erica. Who is the funniest guy in the locker room, and why is it Robin Lopez?
Funniest guy in the locker room. That's a great question. Everybody has their sense of humor. Russ is funny. Robin's funny. Robin's funny because he's like clever's funny. Like he's like got this cleverness to his like jokes that if you don't catch it, like you'll miss it. It's the Stanford cleverness that he has, that he twists, that he puts on his jokes. Everybody's though funny in their own way. B's funny. Davies is funny. AG's funny. Like everybody has their like moments where like Esau's funny, like Jerome. They're all like all of us have our moments of being funny. I think Robin's funny because it catches you off guard and it's like clever. And if you miss it, it's like. And then Russ is funny because he's always talking and he's the loudest one in the room.
I like those jokes where you have to really pay attention. You're like, wait, what did you just say?
Exactly. You gotta be like, hold on, let me check what you just said. So let's roll on.
Great fan question from Robert. If you weren't an NBA player, what do you think your profession would be?
I'll probably do something with basketball. I'll probably are in sports, something to help like, kids or people get, achieve things that they want to do. So agency game is kind of crazy. I don't know if I would be that, but like somehow in a situation where maybe possibly I don't know, agent maybe, I don't know. A lawyer. I did want to be a lawyer. When I was growing up, I told my mom, I was like, if I don't play basketball, I want to be a lawyer. But that was because I was watching Law and Order all the time. So let's say Yeah, SVU. But then I got sisters and, I got nieces, and I said, nah, it's too much going on. I don't want to see that. Bothers my spirit. So, but I'll probably say a lawyer.
They got a whole new series of Law and Order out right now. So now we know what you're watching.
Yeah, no, they do. They do. I need to catch up on Snowfall. That's what I need to catch up on.
That too. Well, we're all here thanks to DC Lottery, where lots of people win. The question is, what is your favorite win of your career?
Favorite win of my career in DC or overall?
Your entire career.
That's a great question, man. I'm 32 years old. I got to go back a long time. Wow.
32 is not that old.
Nah, it's not. But when you're around cats when they like 22, 23, and you naming songs, and they like, I ain't going there. Some of the guys be like, man, that's not the original song. What are you talking about? My favorite win, I would probably say church league game. It was a situation. It was like my dad was my coach, my brother was on my team, and it was our first championship. I was like 7 years old. Went to Victory Christian Center. We used to play local churches around Charlotte, North Carolina. And I remember we were like 7 years old. It was 6 to 8 was the age range, and I was like 7. And the year before we just lost, and I cried like a baby. We just lost in the that was when you lost, you was crying. Like now you just become into it because you play so many games. So yeah, that probably was because it was me and my brother and my dad all was together, and that was like our first championship we won. So I'll probably say that.
That's a win for your entire family right there.
Yeah, it is. It was. My dad was he was a really good coach. He still coaches. My brother coaches. Him and my brother coaches our AAU team. My AAU team. Well, I call it our AAU team because it's not just me. It's my brother and my sister. It's a family situation. So we coach our AAU team.
I love that. Thank you for being here. Thank you, DC Lottery, where lots of people win. And Ish, I see a lot more wins coming up soon. I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel that.
I feel good too about it, Brett. Like we're getting things back together, guys catching rhythm, and so we'll be okay. But we'll see you in about 5 more games.
Yes, can't come soon enough. Thank you guys, all of DC family, for hanging out. This has been so much fun. I can't wait to do your intro in person. Soon come.
Go Wake. I mean, Terps, my fault.
Don't play with me and don't play with me. Go Wizards. Have an amazing night. Thank all of you for tuning in to All Access Virtual Autograph and Q&A. And go DC!
Zamora will throw it down. Konnichiwa. Hachimura going to the hoop, fading away. Nothing but net. It blocked by Westbrook. Look at this one. Neal again to the reverse. Creates the turnover.